But I feel so strongly and so passionate about the city of Chester, and particularly our young people. I think we have to do all that we can to reach them before we lose them. And we've already lost too many of them because so many of us have been reluctant to reach out and to sacrifice and do what we can do to save them. So this is why I decided to come here tonight, because I truly believe that my presence here in some way, one way or another, will no doubt make a difference. I'm excited because there's a collective group of individuals who are doing their God-given best to really educate and empower as many young people as they can with the prayer and the hope that these young people will go on to become change agents in a city that desperately needs a consistent and ever-flowing dose of positivity to overcome the evil that lies within. At my core, I am someone who sees the potential in people. I want them to do well, reach far into their potential, walk with the confidence of a king, yet maintain a common touch and a kind heart. This is what unity is all about. It's all it's ever been about since its inception in 1987. One man's vision materializing into a movement to change lives, both young and old. But after 28 years, this is not the time to sit back and rest, because we don't have that luxury in Chester. Now more than ever, we need unity, because the city is in serious condition. And what we're pumping into the city is not good enough or strong enough to change that condition. For even as we all sit here celebrating 28 years of an organization doing something extraordinary, just a few miles away from here, there is someone planning to continue to raise hell in that city and to take more lives. So we have to stand up. We have to speak out. We have to be bold in our faith, far in our reach, and generous in our giving. Whether it be your time, whether it be your money, or whatever positive resource or solution you can offer. No child selects to be born into a destitute, desperate, and depressing situation. No child chooses that. It is simply you are birthed into it. I've never come across anyone who celebrated the fact that they were born into poverty, for we all would love to be born with riches and silver and gold. But that's not the reality just a few miles away from here. But make no mistake about it. Just because one lives in a situation that appears deathly, depressing, and destitute, there's another D that they also encounter and experience, and that's called dreaming. They dream for a brighter day. They dream for something different. And it is that very hope that they hold on to that they use to climb out of that situation. Some, not all. Here's why. If you call someone by a name long enough, they'll start to believe it. If you tell a child you're nothing because you come from a single parent household, you're nothing because you come from a broken school system, you're nothing because you come from a drug-addicted community, at some point in time, they'll begin to process that and believe that they are nothing. And let me make this very clear. When you are fighting against someone who has nothing to lose, you will lose every time. Because you're encountering, in many instances, someone who has simply given up on life. And when one gives up on life, it's over. They will do anything without any sense of understanding of what they're doing. Many of the young people in Chester, they want out. They want to go someplace else. They want to live someplace else. They want to be educated. They want to be loved. Yet they can't figure out how to get out of that place. They can't quite figure it out. And it's so easy for all of us who have made it, so to speak, by whatever standard and how you define that, because making it is like defining love. Everybody defines it different. It's like defining normal. Everybody defines it differently. But the common thing is they want out. The question is, how do we pull them out? That's what Unity has been trying to do for 28 years. Is to pull these young people out and to pull them up so they may ascend to and reach levels untold. That's what this is all about. It's changing lives. How is it possible that you can talk about a city and the people and you've never been there? You've never been there. You've never talked to the people. The vast majority of the people in Chester, they love the city. They value their city. There's a select full of hell-raisers that get all the attention and dominate the news and dominate the perception. There's love in that city. There's peace in that city. There's hope in that city that we call Chester. But we are losing our young people at an alarming rate. The vast majority of murders in Chester, the victims are younger than the age of 35. And most of them are men or boys. So what can we do? At the very least, we pray. At the very least, we get on our knees, we raise our hands, and we simply pray. We all can do that. That is, if you believe in God. And this power that he possesses. Or you can do what many of you have been doing. Giving your time, giving your money, giving your resources. It's encouraging to hear about the gentleman who came and fixed the heating and the air conditioning system, because that shows the kids that they're loved. It's encouraging that the judges open up their chambers to the children, because that gives them an insight into the justice system. So they know that every judge is in place to put you in jail. It's encouraging to hear a word from a professor or two from Villanova University, because it gives them a sense of prestige. And it makes them feel, if these folks will come down from Villanova to Chester, then it makes me feel important. Isn't it funny that many of the children in Chester live less than 2 hours away from Atlantic City, yet they've never seen the Atlantic Ocean? Isn't it ironic that the children live less than 30 minutes away from Philadelphia, yet they've never seen a Rembrandt or Van Gogh? Isn't it ironic they live less than 15 minutes away from Glen Mills, they've never seen a mansion? Or how about this? Isn't it interesting that many of the children have never been hugged? Or someone simply saying, I love you and I believe in you. Did you do your best to help the least of us? Understand, it's not easy work. You will go into the city and most likely you will be rejected initially because the children are skeptical. You don't look like my neighbor, and most of the people that look like you try to put me in a place where I don't belong. So what's up with you? What's your angle? Why are you here? Are you here out of love? Are you genuinely interested in my accomplishments and my success? Or are you here because you feel sorry for me? And let me tell you something. Because these kids have been duped so many times, they're experts at weeding out people who are there with ill intentions. Because their fathers have duped them and said, I'll be back. And they never come back. Or their mothers or someone they love duped them. So they become experts at fishing out who's real and who's not. But if you don't want to do the work of making a difference, then step aside and let someone else come in who's committed. Someone who's bold and unabashed and unapologetic. Someone who will stand up in a room when the name Chester comes up in a room with people who've never been to the city and say negative things, be that person that stands up and go, hey, wait a minute, wait. I don't live in Chester, but I know a thing or two about Chester. And I need to stand up on behalf of those people in Chester. That's what we need. Jing Fo has done a phenomenal job, 28 years, and I know he's been through hell and back. I know it. Such is life. But he stayed the course. And he didn't give up. And all these beautiful faces in this room tonight, Gene and the Unity Center need your support. Not your money necessarily, but some type of resource. At the very least, as I said earlier, your prayers. At the very least. What could be more fulfilling than to sow a seed into a young life and to watch that young man or woman grow into something and someone excellent, not perfect, but excellent, and can make you proud. And believing that perhaps that same child will go back and do the same thing. It's about giving back, reaching back and pulling up. Not a handout, but a hand up. In that direction. That's what we need. That's why I came here tonight. I am but one success story from Chester. There are many. You know, people say, Dray, how'd you do it? How'd you make it out? As if I grew up in a city with lions, tigers, and bears. I took my spear, my bayonet every day, and I put on my book bag, and I shot them down, and I made it, and I went through the jungle, and no, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. You know, people say, when I go to Chester, I just drive right through and get out of there. We're not looking to kill you. We're looking to help you because you're lost and you have a look on your face like, help me. I'm trying to get to the soccer stadium, but I made a wrong turn, and where am I? When God blesses you, it's incumbent upon you to do something with that blessing. You see, many of the parents in this room, your children are okay. You're educated, you're accomplished, you're responsible, you're accountable. And when you sleep at night, for the most part, you know your children are going to be okay. You know, the really sad part is tonight, there's a kid who's going to go to sleep with no parent in the house in Chester. There's a kid who's going to wake up with nothing to eat in Chester. There's a kid who's going to go to school dreaming, so full of creativity and ingenuity, but has no one to talk to it about. How do I use my gifts? It's up to us to facilitate that. Thank you for opening your doors to our young folk from Chester. Thank you for giving them employment in the summertime, giving them education, some of the tools and the know-how to make it in life. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't say it enough. But there is still work to do. And you have to put the pressure. Anytime you're trying to stop bleeding, you have to put the pressure to stop the bleeding. And we have to remain consistent. We have to. Upon you. And they have to put that dash on that program at your funeral or on your headstone. Let that dash be vibrant. Let that dash be full. Let it be a reflection of your legacy and a reflection of your giving and a reflection of your commitment to change as many lives and to touch as many lives for as long as you have breath in your body. May God bless you. May God keep you. And until we meet again, good night.